Hey everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And last time we murdered the hell out of the One, and his entire tribe basically. Not his entire tribe, just whoever was at his enclave at the time, which included him. And now we're here at the Elders. And I'm assuming spend most of this part sort of talking to the Keeper, Orsa. He has like two different names, like Orsa was the other guy called him Ozra. Whatever. I'm gonna spend most of the time probably talking to this guy, learning stuff about the Elders from people who are a little bit more enlightened over the barbarous cannibals. So let's go ahead and ask some questions. Tell me about the beginnings of the Rakata Empire. Technology and the power of the Force. Hmm. So apparently, like, these guys are, like, not necessarily Jedi, but they were able to command the Force, and that explains why only now Jedi are able to get into their temples. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's why their empire just sort of fell apart. Because for some reason they just lost the ability to use the Force. Huh. And since so much of their technology like relied on that, it's like, you know, what do you do? So how exactly did it collapse? Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Like, once you get so far, like your empire just gets too big to sustain itself based on war alone. So that's like the first invasion that the Black Rakatas were talking about that drove them underground. Is that what caused the planet to turn into like an archipelago world? I'm not entirely sure. Hmm. Okay, I want to ask you about something else. Tell me about this tribe of the Elders. Okay, so these guys were like the religious folk. That's one badass temple if it can survive like weapons of mass destruction. So I'm still curious, how did your world end up to be like a tropical archipelago planet? Like, weapons of mass destruction don't do that. Maybe it was just that long ago? I don't know about that. Okay. What about all these other Wakata tribes? Right. What's with the one anyway? Like, why wasn't he black? He looked like an elder. Well, he's certainly not gonna possess the power now. Didn't I already talk to him about this? This sounds familiar. Yeah, we already talked to him about this. Okay, what do you know about this temple? All dark mysteries of the Ricotta. So, like, were the Ricotta, like, users of the dark side? I mean, I guess that would make sense, considering, like, their empire was based around, like, conquering and killing people. That just doesn't seem possible. Like, how would being in the presence of the Force desensitize you to it? That doesn't seem right. Can any of the Ricotta enter the temple? Huh. I don't know, it seems kind of convenient that none of the Ricotta are able to enter. Like, the Force isn't like that. At least I don't think it's really like that. Like, you don't just become immune to the Force. Or whatever. Okay. What else do you have to tell us? Can you tell me about the Star Forge? Like a literal shadow? Like through the forest or something? Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe the Star Forge is like an anomaly. And it's like messing up their like genes or whatever. I guess stranger things have happened in Star Wars. Still, it seems kind of convenient that none of them are able to enter, and it just so happens that Jedi are able to enter. I don't think you have anything else to tell us. Okay. Well, it's nice learning this about you. Yeah, sure, dude. Oh, more experience. It doesn't really benefit Juan anymore, because it turns out Juan is actually a max level. Level 20, and you know, so he doesn't need any more experience because he's max level. Our friends can still level up, so that's kind of cool. Let's go to the computer room. Cotton computer. Sorry, but footlockers take precedence. This is a kind of a nice view. Huh. So what happens when it's like high tide? I hope your computer's water resistant. We're getting a lot of parts and like computer spikes. I guess it'll come in handy, like, in the last stretches of the game. Jesus, look at all these footlockers. And why are they called footlockers? They're wicker bins. They contain neither feet nor did they lock. Anyways, what's in this computer? You guys still have slaves? Maybe they just never reprogrammed the computer. I do serve the ricotta. How else would I learn the language? I persuaded a computer. That's hilarious. It's like when you're so persuasive that you can, like, persuade a machine, like a hologram, to let you do what you want. You know you got a silver tongue. Okay, please select a topic. I am looking for the secrets of the ancient ricotta. The secrets are locked. Okay, so anything about the ancient ricotta is going to be in the temple. No, that makes sense. Let's ask something else. I guess, like, if you killed the elders, like, this computer would be how you would learn all of this. Okay. Tell me about the Starforge. Yeah, I don't think this computer's gonna have anything new to tell us, which would make sense, because, you know, the lore keeper would have already looked through the computer. About the temple, I still want to see if it knows anything slightly different. Sacred place of ancient secrets. Okay. Right, right. They're seeking to breed a Force-sensitive guy? Interesting. Though, like, how would you do that? Anything else? What about the history? Over 500 planets. Wow. I don't think that's quite as big as the original trilogy Empire, but it's still pretty big. What's this? Wait, what's this about a plague? It killed only ricotta. Interesting. Okay, so that, like, indicates the first fall of the ricotta. Wait, no. Okay, so it was a combination of the plague and the ricotta turning in on themselves. Okay. And 20,000 years ago. And this is out of character knowledge. Like I wouldn't know this if I was playing the game for the first time, but that's like, well, I might know. But, like, you know, that's if you remember back to Tatooine, the Sand People, you know, the Sand People were like, oh, well, our rulers, for some reason, just sort of, like, started to die, and we started turning on them. That's what this was. The Great Plague. You know, the plague was starting to affect the guys on Tatooine. The Sand People, or the ancient Sand People, turned on their masters. So that's cool. I want to ask you something else. Tell me about the elders. I kind of already know about the elders, but still, it's nice to get like a few different viewpoints. Rakata priest cast, yeah. They isolated themselves on this island. Oh, okay. You'd think that the elders would try to like sort of spread their knowledge around. Or maybe they have already tried that, but like the primitive people just wouldn't have any of it. Or they're just too violent to use it properly. I don't know. Do you have anything else to tell us? Do you know how to shut off the disruptor field? Yeah, generator in the Temple of Ancients. Oh, the energy barrier around the temple can be deactivated as well. Okay. Not sure if that'd be a good idea or not. Like, yeah, the elders would be allowed in, but so would everyone else. So, I don't know. I'll be going now. Alright, cool. So, like, what caused this Great Plague? Or is that just like a storytelling device? Yeah, I guess you don't really need a reason for everything. But I am sort of wondering whether something actually caused the plague or not. I mean, it's I guess doesn't need an explanation. Like, the Rakata just sort of needed a reason to not still be in power, I guess. Alright. So, what... storytelling-wise, what would the purpose be of having the Rakata be... Why can't I use this gong? Okay. What are you guys worshipping? I guess like one of your gods or whatever? Oh, thanks. So like what purpose, storytelling-wise, would it be to make the Rakata force sensitive? I don't know. Researcher Liawa. Hello. I guess I'll talk more about what I was thinking earlier. Later, I mean. What happened to me in the temple? You know me? So pretty much as soon as we entered the temple, nobody ever heard from us again. Neither the elders or the black guys. Okay, so what are you doing? Sure. Oh yes, prisoners? I guess I didn't really see that yet. Okay, what are you researching? Do you know what happened? Okay, just theories. Oh, breeding. Sure. Why, what's wrong with your breeding habits? I guess the less I know about how these guys, like, the better. That seems kind of convenient. That not only were you hit with a plague, but your guys sort of stopped being force sensitive, like around the same time. That seems, yeah, that just seems convenient. Again, like it's why I'm wondering whether there was an outside influence that caused these guys to fall. So what's your research about then? Oh, okay. You know, like normal. How normal he is, like how there's occasionally force sensitives and not like an entire race that's like that. Hi, dude. Goodbye. Oh, okay, so it's not the elders, it's the black guys. Maybe the one was force sensitive. That sort of makes sense. So you're trying to rebuild your genetic structure. Huh. Interesting. So you mean... What did he say? Oh, okay. So why haven't any of the black guys tried to get into the temple if some of them are force sensitive? Maybe they just never tried. Well, you know, like, if we can bring the Republic here, you know, we could try to help you guys out. But unfortunately, you kind of have that, like, big fuck-off disruptor field, like, crashing everything that tries to get close. That's a noble goal. Instead of being stuck on this planet all the time. Hopefully get rid of the Starforge. You know, it wouldn't be the greatest introduction back into galactic society to, like, have a giant super weapon, like, right there over your planet. How close are you finishing? Are you to finishing your research? Okay, so the one's presence is sort of like a recent thing. Yeah, about that. What's special about him? Yeah, I suspected. I suspected the one was force sensitive. That sucks. Yeah, about that. Turns out I think I bugged out this mission. Like, I think I was supposed to return to the black guys with the Mandalorian head, and then like they would allow me to get close again. But since I like went to the elders first, then they didn't trust me. So I think I sort of closed myself out of like sort of negotiating a peace between these two guys. So that sucks. Okay, how could I help with your research? Okay, so like, by accessing the temple I can sort of still help these guys out. So that's cool. When did I start recording? I don't remember. Yeah, sure, dude. Just don't ask me to bring the one in here. And it, because you kind of said that dead bodies won't work. Okay, I have to go now. Alright, so yeah, it looks like they have a few of the black guys stuck in these cages. Is there anything else of importance here? Just sort of trying to see if there's anyone else important that I can talk to.